Hey there, my high performer. It's Heather, your certified high performance coach. I'm here to give you the skills, the tools, and habits that you need so that you can join me in also being a high performer. Today, let's talk about one simple and easy way that you can unlock and activate your mindset. You know how they say that your mind is so powerful, and if you can set your mind to it, you can do anything. Well, there's a lot of truth to that, both on the really helpful side and on the not so helpful side. Years ago, I used to be a competitive gymnast. And so when I'd go to competitions, I'd compete on all 4 events, vault, bars, beam, and floor. And I learned a lot of tools that I still use to this day in helping me to continue to be a high performer. I remember one competition in particular where I was on the sidelines and I was warming up my beam routine. And as I'm warming up, the gymnast ahead of me was on beam competing. And she was doing really good, really skilled gymnast, very elegant, very graceful, just nailing it. And as I'm watching her, I'm thinking, oh man, she is so good and so much better than me. And it started to intimidate me, which started to psych me out because I got in this mindset that there's someone better than me, so why bother trying? I'm not gonna be as good as her. I'm not gonna get as high of a score as her. So she finishes her routine, lands it with a perfect stick, and the judges flash her score, and it's a 9 point something. I don't remember exactly what, but in the world of gymnastics, if you don't know, anything in the 9s and above is really good. A 10 is a perfect score, meaning it was flawless, there was no mistakes made, and it's extremely rare that they give that kind of score out. So then it's my turn. I get up on the beam, and I've got that score of the previous gymnast in my mind, and remembering how much better she is than me. And it just completely ruined my competition on beam. I fell 3 times, which is a huge deduction every single time you fall. And every time I got back up on the beam after I fell, it would just psych me out and intimidate me even more because it was proving the mindset that I had already had that other people are better than me, I'm not as good, and this is why I keep falling. So as you can imagine, I didn't get a very high score and I was really disappointed in myself. Fast forward a couple of events and then we were on vault, which was at the time my total power event. So I'm warming up, I'm trying to just muster up that mindset to get back in my game and get my groove back on. And as I'm warming up, I decide to get in this mindset of just channeling into myself, blocking everything else in the environment out, the audience, the other gymnasts, even my team, and just focus on me and what I had to do. So I get up to vault, it's my turn to compete, and I just put everything I've got into it. And as I'm sprinting down the vault runway, I can feel the wind in my face, and all I can see in front of me is the springboard and the vault. And my body and my brain know exactly what it is that I need to do. I do a big hurdle and use the springboard to just propel myself onto and off of the vault. And as I'm flipping through the air, I can feel every muscle in my body perfectly in sync. Then I feel my feet hit the floor and I land it and stick it perfectly and finish with the biggest smile. I remember that I got some kind of high score in the 9s. I don't remember exactly what it was, but the feeling is what I do remember. The feeling of when I get into that mindset and I'm able to focus that energy on what I'm doing, I get good results. I get great results. And so here's what it comes down to. It comes down to having that can-do attitude. There's so much research and studies that show that positive psychology has a huge impact on your mindset. And when you tell yourself you can and get into that can-do attitude, you can get amazing results, just like I did, and just like I continue to do. And you can do this too. This is so simple. Tell yourself you can. Give yourself that energy and that mindset that you've got this. You can do this. Just like my gymnastics competition years ago, and just like Henry Ford says, whether you think you can or can't, you're right. I hope this was helpful for you today. If it was, give me a follow, a like, a subscribe, leave a comment. I would love to hear from you, and I answer all of my comments and any questions that comes up, send them my way. Thanks so much for tuning in today. Until next time, take great care, have that can-do attitude, and I'll see you next time.